Let me first begin our discussion with the concept of digital transformation. There's been a lot of buzz in the past couple of years about digital transformation and its impact on the corporation. Before I ask my first question, let me provide you with a definition of digital transformation from Salesforce.com, and it reads, digital transformation is the process of using digital technologies to create new or modifying existing processes, culture, and customer experience to meet changing business and marketing requirements. This reimagining of business in the digital age is digital transformation. So this brings me to my first question, okay? What does this digital transformation mean to you, and why is it important for firms? Manasi, I'll start with you first.
Okay, thanks. So digital transformation is basically the integration or adoption of technology in all areas of business, be it a product business or a service business, and wherein we replace non-digital or manual processes using newer technology.
Okay. Dan, your response to that question?
I see it from a different perspective. For me, it's the dissemination of knowledge and access to information that anyone can act on. It's kind of this revolution in consumerism. And so for a business, it's more of an adaptation to a new way of being where everyone has access to similar information and can act on it. I would equate it to having to transform from looking good to having to being good. And I know we'll talk more about that. But it really is leveling the playing field for the revolution in the customer experience, revolution in driving information down to everyone that was usually only available to the limited few, and now all can act on it. It's really led by how cheap memory is now and how inexpensive processing power is. And so all of a sudden, we've got access to things that we've never seen before and can act as consumers in a very different way. And as a business, it's a transformation from looking good to having to being good. And I know we'll talk more about that.
Okay, so going to follow and continue on the same discussion area about, what digital transformation is about in general. So pulling from Salesforce again, this time a quote directly from the CEO. Let me state what it is. He says, okay, every digital transformation is going to begin and end with the customer. Every digital transformation is going to begin and end with the customer. Let me start with Manasi. Do you agree with that statement? Okay.
Then I think the customer is the centerpiece for digital transformation. So digital transformation only helps organizations find newer ways to reach new customers, to strengthen relationship with their existing customers, or gain maximum insights on those customers. So all in all, it's the centerpiece for digital transformation.
Okay. And Dan, just to repeat my quote again from the CEO of Salesforce.com, every digital transformation is going to begin and end with the customer. Do you agree with that statement?
Frankly, established businesses and institutions hate this. It really is challenging the traditional business model. Because as I mentioned earlier, the difference between looking good and being good. In the past, I could show a flashy commercial as a marketer and manipulate you into buying my product. Now, everyone has access to consumer reviews immediately, and they're not buying the flash anymore. In addition to that, consumers' expectations have risen dramatically now, where I'm looking for more of a frictionless experience where I don't want to talk to you unless I want to. If I have to, I'm having a bad experience. If I've got to call you to figure out how something works, forget it. If I've got to read a 20-page manual to work my iPhone, I'm not having a good experience. I want it to be seamless and intuitive. So my expectations have risen as a result of this. And finally, speaking as a marketer, it's made it hard as hell to reach people. Because now as a marketer, I don't know about you, but I pretty much have an ad-free environment. I watch streaming media on YouTube and I pay for it so I don't see any ads. I listen to Spotify instead of the radio so I don't have ads there. So I'm rarely approached with ads that I don't want to see because I've eliminated them from my environment. So as a marketing guy, Now I got to scramble to figure out what to do differently to get consumers to engage with me. So I see it as a very radical transformation.